Hey everyone, my name is Lindsay and I am a flight attendant. If you have never seen my face before, welcome to my channel. I vlog daily, then I do my occasional sit-down videos. This is the first sit-down video of 2018 for all of you, and I am so excited to be back doing these. I am actually starting a new series. These videos are going to go up every single Tuesday. I'm going to try my best. So make sure you are subscribed and to like this video. This is a flight attendant related video. I'm going to tell you who is hiring for 2018. I have a list. There is a very long list. I will also leave the link for it down below so you can look to see what airlines are hiring in your neck of the woods. I am going to get into this video and tell you who's hiring and what you need to do to go to this website. I am first going to talk about the airlines that you can go to an open house event. There is no invitation needed for these airlines and they are regional carriers, so they are the smaller planes, but I started on a regional airline and now I am working on a Boeing 737 aircraft, so everyone can start out at any single airline. It just is the matter of if you want to stay at a regional or if you want to work your way up or if you want to just try it to see if this is for you. But I know if you want to be a flight attendant, the ultimate goal is to work for a legacy carrier like Delta, American, or United, but sometimes that just isn't the case because those airlines are really hard to get into. It's actually easier to get into Harvard than it is Delta Airlines. So with that being said, I am going to tell you the airlines that you can go to literally starting tomorrow if you live in these areas until the rest of February and into March for these open houses. So let's dig into that. All right, so this open house is no invitation required. You just show up. Starting tomorrow the 31st in San Francisco. This is for SkyWest Airlines, is tomorrow the 31st. I'm not sure what time, but you can tap on the link and it will tell you location and time and everywhere that you need to be. Starting tomorrow the 31st, and then it goes all the way down the list. Tucson, Arizona is on the 1st, Seattle is on the 6th, Los Angeles is on the 7th, Eugene, Oregon is on the 8th, San Jose, California is on the 8th, Detroit, Michigan is on the 15th, Norfolk, Virginia is on the 20th, Helena, Montana is on the 20th, Colorado Springs is on the 21st, Memphis, Tennessee is on the 22nd, Salt Lake City is on the 22nd, Wichita, Kansas is on the 27th, Denver, Colorado is on the 28th, and Dallas, Texas is on the 28th. So those were for the month of January, and then the rest were for February. If you live in any of those areas or near those areas, I would suggest going to those open houses because you never know, they could do an interview. I don't really know. I've never been to one of those open houses before. I don't know actually how they work, but I would just go for practice. If they actually do interviews, you could start getting that one-on-one practice with an interviewer, and you can just, you know, go in for practice if you want to be in for the bigger airlines. It's always good to get practice, so that way if your dream is to be a Delta flight attendant or American flight attendant, then you won't mess up in the actual interview of your dreams. But I would suggest going to these just to try it out, just to see if you like being a flight attendant. That's all I'm suggesting. You don't have to do it, but that's just my words of wisdom. Now, the main reason why I decided to do this video today is because Southwest Airlines is hiring on the 5th. I don't work for Southwest. They are putting out the application on the 5th. Now, I've heard literally since I've become a flight attendant that the website usually crashes pretty much within the first 5 minutes of the application going out because there are thousands of people trying to apply for Southwest. My friend actually applied to Southwest last January and he just became a flight attendant in November. He went through training in October. That's how long the process took. That's what I'm saying. If the application comes out on the 5th, the interview might not be until August. I'm not sure how Southwest works. I'm not really sure, but I know that it could be a really long time with Southwest. So like I said, my friend, he applied last January and he didn't start training until October 2017, and he became a flight attendant in November. So it just depends on the time frame. So that's why I'm suggesting that you also go to these SkyWest open houses so you get practice, so when you do go to the Southwest actual interview, then you have your opportunity to sit down in front of the people that are interviewing you and you know kind of the feel of an airline interview, because airline interviews are a lot different than a regular job interview. They are. That's all I'm gonna say. On this website, if you see an asterisk by the airline's name, that means they're hiring, and if the asterisk is not there, they're not hiring at the time. So I'm going to go through a few of these so you kind of know who's hiring right now, so you can get an example of that. All right, so if you want to work on a bigger airplane or a legacy carrier, I am going to tell you the airlines that are hiring right now. We have Allegiant, American, Delta, Frontier, Southwest, and Spirit. Those are the main domestic carriers that are hiring. Southwest is hiring on the 5th, but it has an asterisk by it just because it's letting you know that it is hiring. They are hiring pretty soon. There are a bunch of airlines. There's like literally every Air Canada airline, there's Air New Zealand, there's British Airways, there's all these airlines on here. Every single airline is listed on here. My airline is listed on here, but we are currently not hiring. All the domestic carriers are on here. WestJet's on here, Virgin Atlantic is on here. Everything is on here that you need to know, so I would suggest going to this website, doing your research on the airline. That's what you need to do. If you are going to go to these interviews, you need to research the airline. If you just decide, oh, I want to work for Delta, but you know nothing about Delta, they're not going to hire you. If you want to apply for Southwest, but you know nothing about Southwest, they're not going to hire you. You need to do your research. You need to know what kind of airplanes they fly. You need to know where they fly. You need to know how many people they fly, and all this and that. So I hope that this list helps you, and I hope that if you want to be a flight attendant and you live in those areas that I said that SkyWest is doing their open houses, you just go and see, meet new people, experience, interact with individuals. You just might get the job that day. That's what happened to me when I went to my flight attendant school that I went for a week. You can watch that video. I'll link it up above or down below, but the airline that I previously worked for came to the flight attendant school that I was at. They did a mock interview, and then they called me a week later and they were like, hey, we want you to come in for a one-on-one. So I actually passed up that whole open house deal that regional airlines do, so I actually have no idea what goes on there. I can tell you, I'm pretty sure they'll probably do a slideshow and say, hey, this is what our airline is about, this is where we fly, this is what kind of airplane we fly, please turn in your resume, and then they'll probably go over your resume and then they'll give you a number, and if you get on the list, then they'll go through an interview, something like that. That's what I'm kind of imagining it's going to be like it for those SkyWest open houses. Maybe not, I don't know, maybe you have to come back. But if you live in that area and you have nothing to do on those dates, just go. Just do it, just to see what it's like. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope that you are excited for the flight attendant series that I am starting. It is going to be kind of like these videos, just tips, trips, travel ideas, apps that I use, all this different types of things that the flight attendant world needs in the life of a flight attendant. So these videos will be going up every Tuesday, and I know I should have probably filmed this earlier so it would have went up earlier today, and I am so sorry, but that's life. I am back on the line. I started flying again, so yes. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye! Okay, bye!